Hello and thank you for joining me on the mat today. I'm Imelda. First of all, let's check in and see how we're feeling in ourselves with our breath. So standing as we are, hands down by our side, let's either floating your eyes closed or glancing towards the floor, whichever feels comfortable for you, take your attention to your breath. So what we're going to do here is a little bit of mindful breath work to gently calm our minds and calm our bodies before we start moving. And notice how you're feeling when you get a sense of what your breath is like today. Softening your shoulders as you breathe out. Letting go of any tension, any stress that's there, anything that's on your mind. Just imagine it's floating away on your out breath. Just letting it go for now. Let's change our breath cycle for just a couple of breaths. Breathing in for the count of 4, let you count yourself. Breathing out for the count of 5, a nice long exhale. Breathing in. Let's take one more breath. And as you breathe out, gently float your eyes open. So I'm hoping that a little bit of mindful breath work as we start the session will help ground you a little bit, bring you in here to the session and help calm that busy mind. Before we get down onto the floor, I want to check on posture first. So standing as you are with your feet about a fist distance wide of each other, let's lengthen our spine. It's one of the things I love about Pilates is the focus on posture. Our posture can disimprove over time, and just checking in every now and again to see how we are in different parts of the body and adjusting that posture just a little bit will hopefully help us age a little bit better. Pressing your feet into the floor, lengthen everything upwards. So you feel that lengthening over your knees, they're still soft, but you just feel a sense of getting a bit taller. You're lengthening over your hip joints as well, and then you're lengthening your spine. The top of your spine, you're taking your shoulders wide, and then you're lengthening the back of your neck. So now just check in. Has there been any change since you just adjusted your body a little bit? Again, we'll be thinking about core engagement. We'll be drawing it back gently towards the spine and getting a little bit of pelvic floor movement as well as we do a couple of sessions. Let's stand at the back of our mat and let's do a nice big step forward to come down onto the mat. So taking your foot in front of your knee so that when you come forward to open your hip joint, you haven't got such a narrow angle on your knee then. So our goal here is to stretch that back hip just a little bit. Now coming back from there, foot behind, other foot in front of your knee again, and ease forward. Again, get a nice lengthening of your hip joint at the back. If we sit a lot due to our work or driving quite a bit, then our hip joints are like this a lot. So we need to open and stretch that hip a little bit, and this is a lovely one for that. Here's another stretch that we'll do before we do our next movement. Let's bring our hands in under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. Now you're gently going to push the floor away and arch your spine upwards towards the ceiling. Get that nice lengthening all along your spine, and now holding that curved position, slowly sit your hips back towards your feet. Nice easy stretch. And if it feels comfortable, just to walk your hands forward or tiptoe your fingers forward another little bit to change that stretch on your back. Now coming back up from there, let's take your hands back in under your shoulders, gently arch your spine towards the floor and look forward. So we have a downward curve in our back now. And now coming back out of that, bring yourself around to seated, and we'll do our first movement, which will be roll up, and from there we'll do a little bit of a twist as well. So for roll up, we want to think about our posture. Our feet are in front and about hip distance wide. Your hips are on the mat and you'll feel your sits bones beneath you if you were to go from side to side. Now you're lengthening through your spine and you're drawing your core back towards your spine. Placing the hands along in front. Breathing in as you round your spine back towards the floor. Now, pull your arm back, whichever one you want to start with. Elbow going behind, as though you have a bow in your hand and you're pulling it, and then you're taking it back forward again. Now switch to the other side. You're pulling back, follow it with your gaze, and come back up to the start. Now use your hands to round your spine forward and sit nice and tall. Let's do a few more. We're rounding back. Now you're pulling back. Follow your elbow as it goes behind. Now bring it back in front again. Follow the other elbow back and back in front. Now curving forward, sit yourself nice and tall. Let's do two more. Rounding back to wherever you go. Pull back, release forward. Pull back the other side, release forward, then round your spine, then sit yourself nice and tall. Last one. Round back. Pull one elbow back, release it back in front. Other side, draw that elbow back, let it go back in front, pull yourself forward and sit nice and tall. Well done. Let's get down onto the floor and open our hips after that one. So lower yourself back to the floor. We're going to do shoulder bridge next. Let's stretch those hips first. Step your feet wide of each other with knees bent, taking them off the mat. Now flop your two knees to the left, open your right hip and take your right hand behind you, stretching it past your ear just to open your hip joint, particularly on your right, but also feeling it over your rib cage. Now bringing that arm down by your side, two knees back up, flop them in the other direction, opening your left hip this time, and now taking your left hand up behind you, stretch and open your hips. On that side. I always do stretches in our sessions. I just feel they're so beneficial to the body. We need to stretch and feel a little bit more flexible, looser and freer. Lowering that hand down by your side. Bring your two knees up. Feet in line with your hips, with your knees bent and your feet flat. Now slide those shoulder blades down the mat. Let's adjust posture. Draw your core gently back towards your spine. Feet are slightly closer to your hips, just to kind of give you a bit of support when you come up. Breath in here. Breathing out, round your lower back to the floor. Press your feet into the floor, peel your spine away, and up we come into shoulder bridge. Taking your two hands upwards towards the ceiling. Breath in, take your right hand behind your head, your left to the floor. Breathing out, back up to the start. Breathing in, switch again, other direction. Breathing out, back up. Let's do one more each direction. Breathing in behind your head and breathing out, back up to the start. Now holding your hands straight upwards towards the ceiling, begin to return your spine, one bone at a time, back down onto the floor. Curve comes in your back, hips are down, relax your arms by your side. Let's do three more. Breathing in to begin, breathing out around your lower back. Press your feet into the floor. Watch those knees let her wander up. Hands are upwards towards the ceiling. Breath in, take your right hand behind your head, your left to the floor. Breath out, back to the start. Breathing in, switch the other direction. Breathing out, back up. Let's do one more each way. Breathing out. Back up to the start with your two hands, hold them there. Slowly return your spine back down onto the floor. And then relax your arms by your side. Breath in to begin, breathing out around your lower back. Lift your hips up off the floor, lift them up there. Hands upwards towards the ceiling. Switch your hands, one to the floor, one behind your head. Back up and switch. Back up and switch. Once more each way, back up and switch. Back up and switch. Now bringing them back up, straight up from your shoulders. Slowly return your spine back down onto the floor. Relax your arms by your side. to invite you to incorporate pelvic floor now here. As you breathe in, pull up your pelvic floor muscles, holding them. Round your lower back, lift your hips up off the floor. Coming up into shoulder bridge, keep those hips up, hands upwards towards the ceiling. Switch your hands, one behind your head, one to the floor. Back up, switch. Switch. Keep those hips up. Once more, switch in each direction. And now hands back upwards towards the ceiling. Slowly return your spine back down onto the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around them and rock from side to side. Well done. Nice little bit of a challenge there. Now placing your 2 feet back onto the floor. Our next movement is going to be scissors or toe tap. Let's set up the body first. Relaxing your shoulders. Slide your shoulder blades down the mat. And arms are long by your side. You're drawing your core gently back towards your mat. And you're very conscious of that little bit of a curve you have in your lower back. Let's take your right leg to tabletop position. Briefly look to see that you have it in tabletop position. Now imagining you've got a little bit of a stream of water on the floor beneath you. Breathe in as you take your toe towards the floor without changing your knee angle. Breathing out, bring it back up to the start. Now you don't actually have to take that foot all the way to the floor. Just go down a little bit and then back up. Take your attention to your core now as you take your foot low. And notice if your back wants to arch a little bit. This is where your core is going to work to not let it arch. Let's do 2 more. And back up. And last one. And back up. And now lower that foot to the floor. Let's go to the other side. Tabletop position. Draw your core in. Breath in. Lower your foot towards the floor. Breathing out, back up. So knee angle isn't changing. It's just your leg moving in your hip joint. So this is good for hip mobility, but also good for posture as well. Notice your spine working to hold your body in place as you lift and lower your leg. 2 more. Breathe. Last one. And once again, hug your 2 knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And we'll get a little bit of a full body stretch to open your hips now. Lengthen your 2 legs onto the floor. Point your toes. Take your hands behind your head. Stretch and reach in each direction. And now lowering your hands by your side. Bending your knees. Place your 2 feet flat. And once again, we'll finish our session with our focus on our breath. Placing your hands on your belly. Let your eyes drift closed. And once again, let's take our breath to counting for 4 in and for 5 breathing out. And as you're breathing, I'd like to thank you for joining me in the session today. If you'd like to continue with some mindful breath work, I look forward to seeing you in the session sometime again soon. Breathing in and breathing out.